Yeah, so let's do the title track, I've Chosen Love, which this song was finished in Memphis, and the last sort of guitar overdubs on the album and that I'll play now are very much like in that desert style. So it's a cool song to bridge across. You guys ready? Cool. This whole world's gonna tumble as we're standing by. Won't be anyone left to laugh. Won't be you, won't be I. And what we remember won't be what our enemies see. It'll be the silence of our allies that we think of instead. I've chosen love, 'cause hate is too great of a burden to bear. Everyone that I see is trying to tear us apart, to build a wall on our board, to build a wall around my heart. I've chosen love, 'cause hate is too great of a burden to bear. I've chosen love, 'cause hate is too great of a burden to bear. Chosen love, 'cause hate is too great of a burden to bear.
It's a good message from Reed Turchi on WNCW. Good message from Reed Turchi, Dr. Martin Luther King, I think.
Yeah. All quotes are the song. I was exploding out of my life in Memphis in 2016, and a lot of ghosts felt like they were catching up to me. And I was staying with a friend near South Main in Memphis, and so the song started as all Martin Luther King quotes, and obviously very like Stax oriented guitar parts, and very Teeny Hodges lick, from the Al Green record. So that's absolutely where that song came from. And then it was wild because we went back to mix and finish the album at a studio called Electrophonic, which is right on South Main, and went to do, I think, a guitar overdub and opened the studio door and turned around, and there was like a 15-foot mural of Martin Luther King that had been pulled off of one of the buildings down there. Though it had been painted in the 70s and had been on like over a boarded up building, and then Scott Bomar, who owns the studio, had put it in there.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
So that song found the right place to come to conclusion.
I'll say.
Yeah. So that was that's what a lot of that record was about too. So
Right on.
It was a trip.
And so, but this one's on the new one, I've Chosen Love, so that kind of became the title track. I forgot, you spent some time in Memphis, living there. I know you're few albums ago. Hard to keep up with you. Dozen albums now.
Yeah, hard to hit a moving target.
There you go. But a couple years ago, it was Midnight in Memphis.
Yeah.
Sun Studios.
Yeah.
Speaking of places where you recorded.
Yeah, we recorded that for the PBS, that Sun Studio session show. We did that in the Muscle Shoals to Music Row, also PBS affiliate show back to back, which is recorded at Fame. So it was a big trip to record in those two studios that have such the same band, same songs. I think within a month or two did those, and it's like, oh, this stuff we recorded at Sun sounds like Sun. You've got like the vocal slap back and like very like snare present sound, and then Fame and Muscle Shoals is like this beefy rhythm section sound that comes out of the room. It's really cool to play in those spots back to back.
Yeah.
Hear the music change.
Yeah, it makes sense to try and to go towards that too. When in Rome, I guess you'd say.
Oh yeah, no, I mean we played the songs the same, but just like the rooms emphasize such different parts of the music. It's like, oh, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the North Mississippi Hill Country sound, the Texas blues, Memphis blues, but you're from Asheville.
Yeah, how's that work?
I love listening to your guitar tone and your licks. I like studying your voice too, and who you maybe were inspired by. So what was it? This is the question that's it's part of our contract. Reed, every time you come to the studio, we have to ask here.
Come on.
Your upbringing in Asheville. What was the blues scene like for you? How did you get into it growing up in Little O'Teen in East Asheville?
Oh, I certainly wasn't in any scene. I feel like I was pretty out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I grew up playing piano some, and then eventually played blues piano-ish for myself. Like that's something that I enjoyed. That was we were actually talking about this last night, like the difference between when you start to sort of play an instrument and when you realize you can make music that you want to make with that instrument. And for me, that was it, like going from childhood piano lessons to like, oh, what's this type of sort of boogie-woogie piano playing? And then from there, slide guitar was like the leap. But it was because I was like, oh, this is a sound that can't be mimicked on piano. I guess I need to move to the stringed instrument.
Right on.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting, like always getting to hang out with, well, I don't know if we should name him since he's playing hooky, but always getting to hang out with this guy. Asheville had such a surprisingly cool music scene for like a high schooler in the mid 2000s to get to between Harvest Records and, Gray Eagle and Orange Peel and all those, like the people that were coming through and that I feel like I got hip to relatively early on, like in my musical life and in that sort of scene of mid 2000s. I mean, stuff like Sharon Jones and, like that era, to be into that while it was still bubbling up into like a broader national indie market, I think was lucky, really lucky, and got my ear on some more interesting, accessible music early.
Yeah, that first decade of this millennium or century, where Asheville really went into high gear. I think it started in the 90s.
Yeah.
The Orange Peel just celebrated their 19th anniversary, and I remember when they opened up, and it was like, okay, they're not the only venue in town, but they just upped it, to a big level, especially because they were in a space, talk about, the ghosts of Sun Studios and all. They were in a space they used to have Otis Redding and all these cats play there back in when Asheville was pretty different back in the 60s. So yeah, you grew up in high school cutting your teeth during this era of Asheville music explosion.
Yeah, I think that was probably the biggest influence, like city-wise, was just that was just really lucky timing. And I don't know if the music I make is interesting. I got lucky.
Yeah, okay.
And then other days I don't feel so good about it. But yeah, no, it was a cool time.
Well, one more thing about Asheville and the music scene. This Friday, Paul Foster is going to air a little Friday feature during Morning Edition with Allie Marshall, who's just started doing music tours of Asheville.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I know Allie. I'm a fan of hers writing. That's cool. I hadn't heard that.
She wrote for the Mountain Express for a long time, covering the music beat, and now she does guided tours for tourists and locals that want to see, what makes Asheville tick musically. So that's a cool thing.
That's cool. Yeah.
So you can bring your bandmates on
bring
a tour
them.
of Asheville. You can do your own tour. I mean, you can lead your own. This is a Reed Turchi tour.
X-rated.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not for radio.